It's me and you again. Actually, I did want to talk about something that Rena isn't too happy about. So I forgot to mention it, but it was like yesterday or like Thursday. It was Thursday, and I just got out of class. Right, I just got done taking an exam, and so like I just get out of it. Right, I'm waiting for the bus, and I get a call. And I'm like, oh wow, who's this? You know, because it didn't say spam or anything. So I answered, and it's my old pal that I knew in high school, and you know, let's call him or I guess it already spelled. Let's call him Dan. You know, so Dan thinks it's a good idea to, it's been a while. I always want like Dan called me the other day. Dan called Rena. Let's see. When did Dan call Rena? Called him last time, like a couple days ago. Just catching up. And Rena was very, very concerned as to why all of a sudden, the contact. It's been a couple years. You know, like why? Why all of a sudden? Right? Like why? It's been like years, right? We like Dan is in fucking whole different state, right? Across the country, whatever. So Dan calls Rena, and Rena, is very confused. Rena just got done taking a fucking exam, and it's like, okay, like I gotta go for my bus. I didn't have any classes. You know, luckily, all my classes were canceled that day. Like the other half were, besides my exam. So I was like, okay, cool. That's awesome. I can just go home, head straight home after my exam, and call it a day. And so I get a call from Dan, and this should have been my first clue. Because Dan mentioned this girl last time we talked, and I was like, oh, that's why you reached out to me again. Because I was Dan's therapist. Rena is a really good therapist. Rena is, I have been many, many, many people's therapist. You know, I don't mind the job. It's not too bad. I don't mind. Being a therapist for people. But when I feel like that's the only thing that I'm like useful for to you, it's like what? Like I don't mind. I don't mind. Cool. I'm of use to people. I don't really care. But it's like he calls me, right? I mean, he does ask how I'm doing. But the intention's clear, right? Like it's very clear to me after the second call. I understand why Dan is reaching out. So Dan calls me on a Thursday after my exam. And I'm like, oh, fuck. What's up, Dan? Because I left like a voicemail too. Dan left a voicemail. And Dan was like, I'm really stressed, man. I'm really like nervous right now. I was like, oh shit, what's going on? Like the voicemail transcript was kind of like, do you have like a message? I think you like translate what's the general idea from it. and it said low confidence, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool and weird, but yeah, so I just saw it, I was like, oh, okay, so that's probably not a good thing, so I called back, I was like, fuck it, I'll miss the bus, whatever, it's
Out of the way.
like, whatever, I'm no rush to be anywhere,
Shit.
the buses are packed anyways, so it's like, why even bother,
Concentrate.
you know,
Focus.
it was his lucky day, I guess, because if I had class, I wouldn't really, I would pay mind to it, but in his time zone, so I answered Dan's call. In his time zone, he had a date, I guess, with a special someone in his life. Now, I don't mind sharing this because it's not even that more or less it's annoying to me. It's not because he has like a date where he's meeting this girl, and it's like he's meeting this girl's parents, and Dan talked to me about how he's always wanted to like, out of all the women that Dan's talked to, and I've been there for like half of them. I've been like a middleman for him. Dan told me this is the only chick that he wants to like. It's the only person that he's like wanted to meet, like parents or whatever, right? It's like he's like, yeah, like out of all the girls I've been with, this is like the only girl's parents I would actually want to meet. And I was like, oh, okay, good for you, Dan. I was like, listen, Dan, like it's every time me and Dan went to high school, he would always come to me with problems about women. And I was like, dude, why are you asking a blind person like how to see? Like, why are you asking? Like, why? Why are you going to me about relationship advice? Especially with like what? I never understood it. Like even people of like the opposite gender of me would ask relationship advice. And I was like, why? That's like why I'd be there for these people. I was like, why? Why are you asking me? Why is the blind leading the blind here? Uh, you're like asking a pro. It's like asking a noob. It's like a pro asking a noob, like, what do they think, is the best idea? I don't know, like, this should be a shitty comparison, but the point is, why are you asking me? Like, why? Why me? Of all people. Arena has only ever had one iffy relationship throughout their entire life, and it was only in college. So, like, just a year ago, and it was iffy. Like, the person that liked parentheses Drina didn't even like him. Liked someone else. I was just used. Like it's like it wasn't really a thing, right? Damn, it made me think it was. But anyways, it's like why? Like no relationship experience prior to that. Like why do I keep? Like why does he call me this? Like how was your day? On Thursday call, just like no, I get it. Like I am 100% down being there for somebody when they're at a low point of their lives. That's not my complaint. My complaint is why is it always when it's about relationships? Like why is it never like, oh true, I just need someone to talk to. It's always been like a relationship issue. Like oh my fucking god. I was like, Dan, you motherfucker. And the overall situation isn't even bad. It's just because he like overthinks a lot, which is fair. It's fair. He's nervous about talking. like he finally got to meet. Dan was finally able to meet, or got invited, kind of last minute, to like talk to his like crush's like family, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, it's a surprise family dinner.
Swift yet
All right,
still.
whatever. You know.
I'll take over. So unprepared.
And you know, it's like it kind of like it scares Dan, right? Like Dan's freaking out. You know, buying her all these gifts. You know, mind you, Dan is pretty confident for what he tells me. Dan sounds like he really can't mess up, because he, you know, like seems like a reciprocated, benefiting relationship that I do see has room for maybe more. You know, like from just from what he tells me. You know, maybe I can't see the other end, but I mean, he's told me it seems like he can't really mess it up. No, like I get it, right? You know, like I'd be stressed out too. You know, like I want to make a good first impression. It's like the first girl he's ever wanted to do that with. But it's like, like what do you want me to tell you to say? You know, I've never had that issue. I've never had that experience. I'm not saying like I need to have the same issue as you, right? Like I don't mind, right? But like, it could be any issue, right? But it's like that issue in particular, like, shouldn't you go to someone who's like can find that experience? I don't know. That has that experience of meeting someone's parents. I don't know. Am I the only person you know that's like what? Like what? Like I'm not the only person you know.
A boring opponent.
There are plenty other people that he knows that have been in relationships and have probably been in that same scenario. But he calls me, Rena, skipping a bus for him. Like skipping a bus isn't a big deal. But still.
Nothing
Like,
slips
come
through
on,
my
Dan.
defense.
You know,
You better not get my notice me. Lord knows
like why are we asking a blind person what he sees? You know, like what's the point? Like, I don't know. Like that just really. So I had like, okay. So I just talked him out of it, you know. Pretty much just like calmed him down. He was still freaking out, but you know, I guess a little bit less. He didn't sound like he was freaking out. He just said he was nervous. But yeah, I was like, okay, so he's nervous. 'Cause, you know, nervous means you care, right? So that's good. It's pretty normal. So like, he got her this gift, and like, dude, like, you sound like this is like you got this, man, in the bag, and I'm just sitting there. People were just walking by me, and like I'm by the bus stop. I'm just like sitting there, just talking this guy down for like, oh, bro, you can't mess it up, man. You know, like, it's like I believe in you. I believe in him. You know, which is like why I'm surprised he's even calling me about it. But yeah, you know, it was just very, very out of nowhere. I was like, dude, why? Character do I want? Maybe I should make it faster. Lower the difficulty to one. But yeah, it's just like Dan, like
I wouldn't.
If you need help,
like chill out, Dan. You know, like
Good
no, I'm just kidding.
Looking for
handmade
I
Rena at your
appreciate
service.
getting called, I guess, but it's like
One
I don't
judgment.
know.
good day.
a mission.
I would never need.
You know,
Handmade
like
Rena
Dan.
at your service.
Wanna
Yanagi. Take a deep breath. I'll protect. The anticipation off stage is the perfect prelude.
Hold on, let me choose a
I
character.
am the Eye of Oval. I've got you covered. Let's move.
I shall.
Which
alias should I use this time?
It's like Dan hasn't talked to me in like a while. It's just weird. Like Dan always used me for like to defend, like about his like problems. Um, and they were mainly women problems. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I don't mind. But it's like, even I have other friends too. Let's name this. Let's give my other friend Bob, for example. Bob. Bob texted me on my fucking birthday advice for his girlfriend. Bob didn't say happy birthday, by the way. Bob just texted me, coincidentally on my birthday, asking for advice on how he should talk, on like talking to his girlfriend. I'm like, why the fuck are you asking me that? Like, why? Why? Like, what are we doing? Like, why?
Engaging head on.
Like, happy birthday, by the way. Like, what the fuck? Mind you, like, I told Bob happy birthday on his day, that same year. Um, but yeah, I was like, Bob, what the fuck, you know? And like, I thought Bob was like joking, I thought he would like eventually bring it up. No, 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 Bob didn't ever mention it, He knows my birthday.
Adjusting for wind.
So like, Rena, like, Rena's baffled by the fucking fact that he'd even say anything. He just went on about like, oh dude, my girl, blah blah
Adjusting
blah.
for wind. Yeah.
And he was like having communication. I don't know. I was like, dude, like, okay, like I gave him advice, and like, he was like, oh, thanks, man, appreciate it. That helped him out, and he never mentioned it. Like the next day, he wasn't like, oh, I'm sorry. Bob. Bob completely fucking forgot about it. I was like, okay, Bob, dickhead. I remembered yours, like, Jesus Christ, Bob. Like, he's done it before. He knows when my birthday is. But damn, Jesus, Bob. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Really pissed me off. Like, this is different, right? Because this is like, he was kind of just calling down. Bob really pissed me off. Okay, no way. I'd rather him, like, he didn't even have to, like, I'd rather him not. Like, if he didn't forgot it or he didn't say anything, that's a different thing, right? Like, I wouldn't care, that's fine. But the fact that he had the fucking audacity of all days, he decided to ask relationship advice is on my birthday. Like, why? Like, how did he? It's like he knew. I don't know. I was like, dude, I don't know. Here's my advice, I guess. Like I hope this helps Bob, Like, why I'm telling you shit, but whatever. Whatever. Oh my god, one of my, like, all my, like, friends that were girls too, like, all my girlfriends, like, they would come to me too, like, about, like, why? Like, why? Like, Charlotte, let's give her the name Charlotte. Charlotte would always fucking, like, I don't know, like, Charlotte would complain. Luckily, it was, like, just about, like, regular douchebag stuff, I guess. Like, the guy she was with at the time was not the best. And I was, like, there to help Charlotte out with, like, managing through that and, like, kind of telling her, like, you should probably drop him. But yeah, I was like, Charlotte, like, this isn't good, like, he's not really, like, he's like, he doesn't really give a fuck about you, stuff like that. And I was like, okay. It's like still like why? I don't know. Why me? You know, asking me like what should I do? I'm just telling you like anyone else would tell you. I guess. Like what should I say to him? Like I don't know. Like why? Why am I like the relationship therapist here? Like why am I? Like Charlotte would tell me about all these like guys that would like after the ex breakup thing. Charlotte would tell me about all the guys that like would go on hit others. Like, okay, cool. And I was like, eh?
This is it. Take the shot. The melody of combat.
Yeah, Charlotte would like tell me all that. I was like, okay, well, like, you know, just know you're gonna be. Like she would like pretty much like play a game. Like if it's like if she had her eyes on someone else already. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. It was like during the other relationship. So I was like, okay, cool. So this one's probably better anyways. But she was still asking me how to like approach
The
it.
melody of combat. Yeah. Adjusting for wind.
How am I supposed to know? Talk to the loud. I was like, it's this. Like I was like, I don't know. Like why are you asking me advice and then this other person? Like there's just so many that I can like name. How many people I can name that I've helped with like relationship problems? And I'm like, dude, why? Why?
Ether vision activate. Yeah. The melody of combat. Can't catch me.
Like one of my clients, one of my friends. Like I used to work at FedEx for like a summer job, and like so right now we work at FedEx, right? And then I met like a friend who like are like unloading vans, like unloading shit, and like it's been a while since we've seen them, and like again same thing, you know, like he just asks me like straight up, hey man, I don't really want to be with my girl anymore, you know, like should I just tell her, or like she's being distant, you know, like should I tell her now, or should I wait it out till we see each other next week? And I was like, dude, just like I don't know, man, just tell her. Like you're wasting her time, you're wasting both of your guys' time if you both don't believe. Like I don't. Like why am I getting it? I guess saying it out loud, I guess people just wanted a third opinion, but I don't know. I feel like he just wanted a third opinion. Everyone else was just like genuine. I don't know. Maybe everyone else was just asking for like a third opinion. It doesn't hurt for a third opinion. But I don't know. I just feel like everyone could have asked better people. I don't know. Experience.
Target locked.
It's not like
Support in position.
it's not like I was their only friend, right? Like it's not like that isn't the case. Like if that was the case, maybe I'd be like, okay, like I get it. But that wasn't the case. They all had friends that have either been in relationships or like are in that could probably give you better advice. Basically, is what I'm saying. But they went to me. Don't know why. But yeah, my favorite clients are the one that I just talked about like other stuff with them. Like I was down to help with everything else, you know. But it's like some of them did. Like that was like I would say if I had percentage wise, like the 20 to 30%, 30% of clients I had, friends I had, we did talk about it, but the other half, the other percentage was like relationship shit. So like when we did talk like about like I would always I wouldn't say like saying clients means like they were my friends, but it's just I only say that because like they never asked me like, oh, what's up with you, or like, just how I was in general. Um, so yeah, I was like, alright, you guys are like my clients. But yeah, I had a lot of people like vent to me, and that's like I realized that's kind of what made me have a bad boundary of like just share. But anyway, it's like I don't know. Like people, no one asked like, oh, like, are you okay to talk about? Like, no, no one would just go right into it. But yeah, now I expect that from other people, when that's not the case. That shouldn't be the case. But yeah, it's just really like, dude, screw off. you know, not screw off. No, 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 no. I like helping people, but I don't know. Maybe just to them, because I was like, that was really just therapist to client ratio. You know, if I were like actually my friend and like, I don't know, tried, I'd be like, okay, that's different, right? But nope, fucking clientele and shit. What should I do? But yeah, it's very. Probably go one more round. Different character.
The let's have made one,
I just.
two. Yes, I've got
Damn.
your back. Hey, don't look down.
One round. Yeah.
Need something?
So good day, Lord Phaethon. Please, lead the way, Lord Phaethon.
You're ready for you wanted to nothing to fear. Asset confirmed.
Need a fortune telling?
My loyalty
Wanna go looking?
Your fortune seems pretty good lately.
You have my complete have made
Okay.
my
Start.
needs nothing to take it. You have my I've got your back. Your Sukashiro Yanagi. I'll secure the perimeter.
Honestly, like out of all the Hoyo games, I've played Genshin and yeah, that's Genshin and Zenless. Genshin I was big on Honkai Star. Like I'm not just like someone mentioned. Like listen, I just want to mention it. Like I just wanted to talk about like it just reminded me of like a thing we can talk about like all the Hoyo games are like I love how unique they are in their own way. Like they're all very unique and these different ideas go off. And it's like really cool to see like how different like games do shit differently. Like I can only compare Genshin to ZZ because that's the only two I've played. But like I think I know Honkai Star Rail is like turn-based. I think that's cool because it's like a different, completely different aspect. Like Genshin's open world. Zenless is, it's in the middle, not really. It's not turn-based, but it's like it's not that open worldish. It's kind of, but yeah.
Come a little closer.
Combat berries, systems vary. It's very cool to like see that difference across the companies, and especially like people love to compare like events. Like when it was the 1 year anniversary for CCC, people were like getting ready to like see like okay, like 'cause the event rewards were good, and they were like compared to Zenless or compared to Genshin, this is way better. And I mean it was, but like it's just funny to see the comparisons. But yeah, Genshin, I would like. I could talk about Genshin. Like Genshin, like I was a big Genshin player, and then I had a Raiden Shogun. It was like my favorite. It still is like Friend Genshin is like my favorite. I even got like her weapon. I think that was like the main reason I even was interested in playing the game, so like I got the Riding Shogun, and then like my favorite characters were Yaimiko, Kuju Sera, and Yelan, I think. Those were like my four that I used constantly, but my favorite was Raiden Shogun. I liked Sarah Kujo. She was just like my second favorite character in the whole, like at the time, like when those characters were out. She's she was like the general for like her team. She was like just really, really cool of a character. Like I loved her crossbow gameplay. Like it was very cool. But yeah, it's I don't know, like I want to get back into Genshin because there's new characters that are coming back or that are coming out that look kind of interesting. Like Arlecchino is a new character that I was like, wow, that's cool. The story's getting crazy. Like I've been passively watching the story unfold in that, and it's like Farina and like all of like the Fontaine Act, the Fire, like all that. It's been getting kind of intense, and that's I'm interested
Go
to see
now,
where it
child.
goes.
Embrace your fear.
Because I think that's the cool thing about Zenless particularly is that it is so fresh. Like we're barely on 2.2 and Genshin's like on 6 point something I think by now. But the stories are like this is just the beginning for Zenless, right? And like the story for Genshin is like so like crazy and intense. So it's like I don't know, like I don't know, it's like since I've gotten on Zenless, it's really been like a breath of fresh air for like combat wise, because Genshin's combat's alright, but I feel like Zenless is more engaging to me, and I like overall just prefer this game's like progression system and just gameplay than Genshin's. But I could definitely like go back to Genshin. I don't know, like it takes me because like, there's a lot to like catch up on for me because I think I left off like when they added the like Sumeru. I think it's like the green area. That's when I like left the game. I think so. Yeah, that was like, it's kind of a lot to catch up on. But like look at the little rat. Like they don't got this in Genshin. But yeah, it's very I don't know. Like I don't mind Genshin Impact. It's just I don't know. Like just Zenless is just it has I don't know. I feel like it has everything good about Genshin, almost everything good about Genshin in it, and like more emphasized. Like for one, there's a skip button in the fight. It's endless. Like if you really don't like as rude as it is, like I don't mind watching the cutscenes, right? But like in Genshin, when it's like tapping the text, it's like there is a skip option, you know. So like that's insane, right? Yeah, it's very cool. But yeah, just what's up, guys? But yeah, it's just it's super. I don't know, it's really silly when people like compare the two too. We're comparing you to the Hoyo games, and it's like that's what's cool about this series is like you can pick one and rock with it. You know, pick your poison pretty much. It's like that's what's cool about it. I think like you can literally like you don't like this one, alright? You can try this one. You know, there's very different, varying options, and there's like Withering Waves. I don't think that's a Hoyo IP, but it's like it's still a cool game from what I've seen. I think it takes the open world gameplay though. But yeah, it's still pretty cool to me. Even if it's not Hoyle, it's still cool. But yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, I'll save it for next. I was gonna rant about like Battlefield 6, but I'm like some. I just don't. See, that's the thing. Like, I don't like that critique. I don't see the hype. Because it's like, you could say that with anything. Everything is subjective to some extent. You know, and it's like whenever someone's like, oh, you're really funny. Or like, no, when people say, I don't find you funny, or I don't find that comedian funny. I'm like, well, yeah, you can say that. But you can't say, like, they're not funny, right? Like, stuff like that. I don't know. I just feel like it's the same with games. I don't know. Because I don't think Battlefield as a series is that intriguing. But, like, again, everything is, like, subjective, right? Some people probably love it, you know, that's kudos to them, you know, good for them. Um, you know, like, you know, who am I to say? It's just, I don't know. Mainly because, just, like, those multiplayer games in general just don't catch, I guess. Ones that have, it's like Overwatch and, I don't know, Battlefield just hasn't. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I guess that's really all I wanted to talk about. But, oh yeah, Battlefield 6 versus BO7. I hope. I genuinely hope Battlefield 6 does better because Jesus Christ, Black Ops 7 is just wow. Okay, but yeah, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna